swear it was over here. It was here. No! You did it! You maniacs blew it up! Damn you! Damn you to hell!
And scene. Zero.
My hair is just gonna be like that.
I'm Paul.
Steve, did you hit record?
Yes,
Believe it or not, these are only our second bourbons.
that's right.
Here's
Just two men enjoying each other's company
in a hotel room
in a hotel room.
with a tripod. As some of you know, we were at our friend JR's book event
Mm-hmm.
at our hometown library. J.R. Blaine's the author of Portraits of Decay, which we've talked about a lot on the show because he's our friend.
Yeah.
And the only thing more exciting and fulfilling, really, than publishing a book is having a friend who publishes a book
Mm-hmm.
because it's easier. You don't have to go through the trouble of writing, and but you can still get to feel important,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they ask you to host their book event. So I emceed the book event. Paul helped as well with greeting people and like help showing people where to be and all that kind of stuff. And it was pretty fun. We had a good time. And while we were together, which is a rare event these days, we figured, why not show you guys where it all began? Where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah, pretty much.
And while we were at it, we went to Goodwill.
Yeah. So we got some footage we're going to show you. We'll end it on the Goodwill track, and then we'll show you what we got at Goodwill.
All right, guys, this is where we used to go to the movie theater. It's called the Marquette Theater. And where we saw Conan. It's where young Steve and Paul saw Conan.
That was never the same after the witch scene.
And Woo. And the mall
Across the street.
right over there. It's if you live in a town of any size, you probably have a mall that's abandoned, so you kind of know what that looks like. We spent a lot of time there,
Walking around,
not buying anything.
waiting to go see Conan.
Wait, exactly. Our friend Mark from Return of the Son of the Show worked at the bookstore.
Yeah.
So we always made sure we'd hit that up.
Remember when he worked at the key shop?
Did he? Did
Yeah.
he work at the key shop?
That's where I used to hang out with him when we first started hanging out. Was the key shop?
I forgot about that. Where's the key shop?
It doesn't exist anymore. It's on the other side.
Like most things in this town, doesn't exist anymore. In case you're wondering, this is not Springfield Township. This is Michigan City.
This, or as the man said in Tarzan, this is not civilization. This is merely the edge of it. Spring Lake Campers. This is where I bought my very first comic.
We used to ride our bikes here, and we'd put the little card in the spokes to make it sound like a motorcycle. We had the sissy bars, and no, none of that happened. I don't know how we got here. We didn't ride our bikes here.
These things down at the end of our legs.
Oh yeah, we walk here, buy comics. They used to have candy and stuff. Now they just sell campers.
Here it is. That's all I can say.
You said enough already.
This is where like 9 of us squeezed into 3 bedrooms and a basement. And one time when me and my son were driving around here with his grandparents, he's looking at everything, and I just went, "This is why your dad read comics."
By the way, we're professionals. That's why we leave the car running.
Yeah, so we can get away because we know where we are.
Yeah, that's right. And you see how close Paul used to run behind that house.
Yep.
Right there to get to my house right over there, my trailer. We'd hang out. All right, this year Elementary. It is not where we went to school. This is the hallowed ground. I think more like right over there.
Yeah.
Is the hallowed ground upon which the old school was built.
Yeah, you can tell because it's hills.
Oh yeah.
It was built on hills.
Yeah, it was built on hills, and they didn't tear it down so much as it just was sucked into the earth. And then they just covered the rubble with dirt.
Yeah, as is going to happen to Rogers one day.
That's
It was
right.
Just eventually
The high school we went to, so
we had that slanted floor,
yeah.
so that when you stepped in the wintertime, if that floor was wet, you'd go sliding clear past the principal's
Yeah.
office.
Yes. Here's the volunteer fire department. This is the other cultural center of Springfield Township, and this is where when I was 4 years old, I wore a Cinderella costume to the little kids' Halloween costume party.
Hey man, in your defense, your mom said you could dress however you wanted.
She did.
Yeah.
That's how I wanted to dress.
Okay, well this isn't the best Goodwill. Since there's no half-price books, there's only one good thrift bookstore in Michigan City, but they're closed today. So we're gonna go into my third favorite Goodwill for books and see what we can come up with.
This ain't half price. This is like 1/10 price.
That's right. It ain't no indie prices, that's for sure.
And it's also not in alphabetical order.
So we'll see.
See what they got.
They haven't changed a bit.
I'll tell you what, man. What was the most jarring thing for you? Well, you live near there, so I guess it wasn't that jarring because you may go there.
No, I never go there.
Oh,
Like I said, about 8 years ago, we went for a Sunday drive with my parents, and they drove all around. Because it's what old people do.
Mhm.
It's what we did. Drove around to the old neighborhoods.
When gas was cheap
Yes,
and nothing else was cheap, so you throw the kids in the car and drive around.
I go as far as my parents' house. I don't go any. I just dip my toe in the ship. I don't go any further than that.
Well, my parents lived there up until about 5-6 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and so I mean, I'd take the kids there. That was where their grandparents lived in the country, right? So
Yeah.
we walked around all over the place. Some goats would follow us around. Like some goats would follow us from the farm all the way back, and we're like, "What do we do with these goats? I think we got to get them back to where they belong." So
Yeah.
there's a lot of memories there, and it's my parents not living there anymore.
Mhm.
So those of you who are trying to dox me, it won't work because my parents don't live there anymore.
They're at a secret location.
That's right. They've been holed away at a secret
It's
location.
the same reason why we stopped by my parents' house, but there's no footage. The last time I was at your house, your parents' house,
Yeah.
was that 4th of July, where we took Eli and went down to my house, and we thought my house was abandoned, and we were going to break into the garage and steal some bikes for him.
Yeah.
And then we found out that it wasn't abandoned, so we didn't actually break and enter.
Nothing like going to what you think's an abandoned house and having it not be abandoned.
I mean, to be fair, it looks like an abandoned house.
There's a story idea there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we also went over to the elementary school where we experienced much of our trauma in those early years.
Yes.
Turns out it's gone.
Mercifully.
It's gone. The earth just opened up and swallowed it. And they built a
Back
new
to
school.
hell.
They built a new school on the hallowed grounds, which is not a good idea. I've seen enough movies about building buildings on top of where tragedy happened that
Yeah.
you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Poltergeist is a prime example.
If we are acting differently than you're used to us acting, we're not used to doing this in the same room. Of course, I got a few pictures of what everyone thinks is a nuclear power plant.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. It's a coal-fired power plant. I think they're closing, actually.
Yeah.
I was growing up, and my parent, like, nothing was ever as good as it used to be. Like, my parents, the entire time I was growing up, talked about how, yeah, there used to be a store there. Downtown used to be nice. The mall killed it. And then at some point, the big box stores killed the mall. Like, everything is always decaying. So I got a certain sense of, like, going back there today, I got a certain sense of comfort. Like, I was in my comfort zone because everything still looks abandoned and empty. And I'm like, abandoned and empty is my my comfort place. It's my safe space. Yeah.
But out of everything that's been abandoned and empty, it's nice to know that the that corner store that your dad sent it down to buy
Petty's.
cigarettes and beer is still there.
Petty's. We
Yeah.
should have taken a picture of Petty's. Where's Petty's? Petty's isn't too far from the library, and Petty's is the place. Until I was about 4 years old, we lived there, and that's where, yeah, it was that little store in the city. We called it the city, even though it's only like 25,000 people. But that was the city, and Petty's was the place.
Yeah.
And Petty was a dude, by the way. I
Like
always
Tom
thought
Petty?
my mom would talk about going to Petty's, and I thought it was owned by a lady in my head who looked like Alice from the Brady Bunch.
Or was it like a pedicure place?
No, it was the guy's last name was Petty. He's some kind of Eastern European, like everybody else in Michigan City. You're either a hillbilly, you're African American, or you're of Eastern European descent. That's there's no other option, except we were Irish, English, and you're German. So I guess there are other options.
Yes. Yeah, a few.
I guess if you're not Anglo-Saxon Protestant
And fiercely proud of it.
and fiercely proud of it, then you are one of those other things.
Yeah. The cooling tower.
Yes.
If you watch The Return of the Son of the Show and you saw our episode on Terror Squad, the cooling tower was used as a nuclear power plant in that movie. So that's our little claim to fame, is this really awful movie that's so bad it's genius.
So bad it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shape of tower is thought of
It's like The Simpsons.
generally as a nuclear power plant
Yeah.
cooling tower, because I think coal-fired plants are usually next to a river, and so you can have more running water, I believe, and so you could have a different type of cooling of the hot water, whereas this one's right next to a lake, and even though it's coal-fired, they decided to go with that hourglass shaped or
You know what it was? This is what our booktuber friends want to hear. What it was the cheapest design. They had like a standard, one size fits all.
Yeah.
You want the stock or you want the custom? No. Does the stock work? Yeah. So let's go with the stock.
Maybe it was extra because there is a nuclear power plant not too far away. So maybe they were thinking, well, we ordered one too many cooling towers. Would you guys like? They have an extra cooling tower.
They're like, well, how much you gonna let it go for?
And you either had, when we were growing up, you either had the power came from NIPSCO, which was coal fired, or I&M, which is Indiana and Michigan, which was nuclear. And we always used to tell the little kids, because it had to be a little kid, because if they hadn't heard it yet, you'd be like, you know how you tell which one you have? Turn the lights off, unplug, and you'll see a little spark. If it's red, it's coal fired. If it's blue, it's nuclear.
That's just science. I do know this though, whether that's bullshit or not.
It's complete bullshit.
I&M is way cheaper than NIPSCO. That's how you can tell the difference between coal fire.
That's another thing. How do
and
you know?
nuclear.
How do you know you're from LaPorte County? You argue about whether NIPSCO or I&M is cheaper.
Yep. So where else did we go?
We went to the theater where we saw Conan for the first time. We also saw Ator there. We were the only two people in the theater for Ator. But then, yeah, we definitely saw Conan at this theater.
Yep.
And it's now abandoned. Conan, for those of you that don't know, was based on a character created by Robert E. Howard.
See how he pulled in the book?
Yeah, BookTube.
This is BookTube.
We also saw the volunteer fire department. Memories at the volunteer fire department, because I was in Scouts, and so that's where I would go to be in Scouts. But before that, there were two places to have any sort of function, if you don't count the churches, because you had to be part of the church to go to that. So I don't count that. It had to be where everybody's invited, everybody's welcome. Was either the school or the volunteer fire department, and that was it. And I just remember a costume party when I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Before we went to the costume party, my mom took us to the Shoppers Fair or Kmart, wherever we went to get costumes. And she said, all right, my brother's 3 years older. She's like, pick out whatever costume you want. I was like, cool. We had just seen Cinderella, I don't know if it had just come out. I don't know when it came out, but we had just seen it.
We're not that old.
So
It was re-released.
it was either re-released or I don't know how I had just seen it. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I wanted to be Cinderella. And my mom's like, what about like Spider-Man or Batman or something? Or here, look, Frankenstein. I was like, but you said we could get whatever we wanted.
Like, I should have choose my words more wisely.
She's like, you're right, I did. Okay, go ahead and get it. So I was Cinderella. And I remember during the competition, like they had everybody parade around so they could do their final judging. So I put my mask down. I'm there next to my brother. And one of his friends from school comes up and says, hey, Mike, how you doing? It's like, hey, yeah, I'm doing great. And he goes, is this your little sister? He's like, no, it's my brother. And I'm glad my mom let me be Cinderella for Halloween because she did say I could be whoever I wanted. And my mom, super conservative, very religious. Back then, she's not like by standards of today, you got a totally different standard today. But at that time, religious, conservative. But she was like, who cares? It's a costume.
Yep.
Wear whatever you want.
I just think it's hilarious that you dressed up as Cinderella and your daughter dresses up as Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did.
Well, this is BookTube. Want to show off what we got?
Let's do it.
Well,
all right. So these are not all from Goodwill. So I'll get the non-Goodwill ones out of the way real quick because Paul brought me gifts and I think it's important for me to show you guys what he got me.
I brought you gifts as you came to my house.
That's right. Arthur C. Clarke, 3001, Final Odyssey, awesome. Jeff, all right, yeah, that was Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, thank you. I have not started reading any of these yet, but I will. Harry Harrison, Stainless Steel Rat is Born, and Stainless Steel Rat for President. And I already have one that you sent me already. So I'm building my Stainless Steel Rat collection. And this is JR's book that we plugged today. That we did the event for today. And it's signed. So there's proof that I am the best interviewer.
He really was. He nailed it. I wish we would have recorded it, but
yeah,
it wasn't conducive for recording conditions.
True. So those are my
Okay.
Goodwill ones. If you guys want to take a picture of that with your phone, you can subscribe to JR's mailing list.
Yeah, he's got a free story just sitting there waiting for you.
That's right.
Okay, so the first thing Steve noticed, we get in there, and he's looking at books, and he's like, wait, are these the prices? I looked at it like, yep. And this is why half off day, man. Because like for a quarter, you can buy a whole ass book on half off day.
You can buy a whole ass book.
That's right. But I picked up The Vindication by C.J. Cherry. So
79 cents, y'all.
Yep. So Tim, if you want some more C.J. Cherry, I got some.
I got this. I think my wife will like this. She likes
nice.
Green Gables. So I was like, I wasn't going to get it because I was like, what if she doesn't want it? What if she already has it?
But
it's 79 cents.
Exactly.
If she doesn't want it, she can redonate it.
That's right.
Cycle of Life. This is a book about Anne and the Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. I also found another C.J. Cherry book, The Kif Strike Back. Am I reading that right? The Kif Strike Back?
It seems to be missing a few letters. But yeah, Handsome Tim, if you're looking for more CJ Cherry, I got some for you. It's right here.
Man, he's gonna come get it. Kif Strike Back. Well, I imagine there's a novel where the Kif are defeated.
It's just called the Kif. It's called Kif Wars. Then there's Kif Strikes Back, and then Return of the Kif.
The Kif is born. The
Yes.
Kif for president.
Yes, the last Kif.
Chanur's Revenge. So we walk into this Goodwill, and y'all know, I'm learning, right? The first thing I do is I look at the tops of all the books. I look for interesting colored text block. If I don't see that, then I tilt my head like this. I start looking at the spines. Actually, I do. I look for collections. Like if there's like, I could tell there's a collection. I'm like, well, maybe somebody donated their really interesting collection. So I'll look
Yeah.
for that second.
And that's one thing this Goodwill does. I don't know whether it's the patrons doing it or the employees doing that, but they will lump, like they lumped all like the chain smoking grandma smut all in one big chunk, like all the who is it, Danielle Steele.
And you'll see
They had all that. They lumped these, and there was a crap ton of Animorphs. They had them all lumped together. So this one of the things I do like about this particular Goodwill.
So we walk in to this Goodwill and we walk right up to the books. And the first thing I see when I tilt my head this way is J.R.R. Tolkien. And it's called Smith of Wootton Major, Farmer Giles of Ham. I know nothing about this, you guys.
I come around the corner and he's standing there. He's got it like this. And I just looked over his shoulder and I'm just like, oh, you're not walking out of here with that. Just take it.
Well, in my Goodwill, paperbacks are sometimes like $3.99, $4.99. I'm like, is this? I don't even never heard of this. It's J.R.R. Tolkien, but
Is it any good? Anybody out there? Let us know down.
Yeah, let us know. You're gonna check it out. Look at that. It's thin.
Yeah,
It's got 2 stories.
yeah.
I
Some pretty big. It's got pictures.
It's got pictures.
Some pictures.
I bet Handsome Tim because he's big.
Yeah, look at that.
Man, look at that.
That's right. Yeah. And large text, so you'll be able to read that sitting on the toilet.
Maybe we'll recut the opening credits and have me walking out of the bathroom with this. Yeah, and I think the art's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see it when you're watching. Shut off.
Well, watch the video, man.
Well, I don't want to watch the video. I want to look at something. This is the brothers Hildebrandt. That's why it's so cool. The Hildebrandt brothers painted a lot of really great fantasy covers.
Yeah, it's really cool. It reminds me of something that you might see from medieval time. Like somebody would have painted in a medieval time,
Yeah.
Except it's a little more cartoonish.
Yeah, that was their style.
Yeah, very cool.
They were great.
Perhaps there'll be a shelfie or maybe even an episode, depending on.
Yeah. Okay, I got one more, and I was excited when I found this because I've always wanted to read it.
Yeah.
I got Peter Benchley's The Island. There's a couple reasons why I wanted to read this. One, the primary one, it's that big. I mean, Jaws is a phone book, but this, I saw the movie. I really liked the movie, even though a lot of people don't. But I want to check it out. How bad can it be? I said that about Salem's Lot, and that ended up in the trash can. I've always wanted to read The Island, so we'll see how this goes.
And book that needs no description or introduction,
What is it?
but I just had to buy it.
Oh.
Obviously came out after the movie.
Yeah.
But,
Or they're just amazingly prophetic.
so why not have another copy of The Fellowship of the Ring laying around for 79 cents?
I'm telling you, man. When you come to town, you need to come to town earlier than like 8 o'clock, so
Yeah.
I can run to this place. Oh, got the map.
Yeah.
Cue the music.
Look at that. So yeah, but clearly it's got all the actors post 2003.
Yeah.
It's a post 9/11 world right here.
Same story, just different pictures.
Yeah, I wonder if they updated the story.
Yeah. They, Boromir lives.
Really?
Yeah, man. He ends up being the king.
To the last page here. And Boromir was crowned king.
And lived happily ever after.
So, which one of these should I read next, y'all? After I get done with this book I'm reading for work, and then Treasure at Montani Point, and I keep trying to read the Port Picture of Dorian Gray. But after those, should I read this one? Or should I try to get into Stainless Steel Rat? What do you guys think? Maybe we'll put a poll.
I'm going to crack into the island here pretty soon. That's one way to find out if it sucks or not, is to read it.
One of the benefits of having a booktube channel is I can sit drinking coffee, reading, have my family come in, and that thing in my head that our parents drilled into us that you always have to be productive.
Yeah.
I can immediately go, I have a booktube channel. I am being productive by sitting here.
Yep. It's great.
How's that a thing?
You're not your parents.
That's true. But the thing, how is this a thing? Where I had parents who constantly preached how important education was, right? Education. You got to get an education because we didn't. Look at us. And I'm like, I think you're fine. You guys are doing great.
Your family did great, dude.
They're doing fine, right? Now, they didn't have high school education, but they were doing fine. But they were like, well, times aren't like they used to be. You need an education these days. And I'm like, no, I get it. I love it. You know me, teacher's pet over here, right? I get an education. That's what I'm doing. But the minute I'm sitting there doing something other than being outside, it's like, get outside. Well, I can't read outside. The sun's too bright.
Yeah, sometimes it's too bright.
Go play with your brother.
You mean you didn't get beat up by my
boxing gloves? I don't know. You know, there's something about coming back to this area that does this to me. I get
the trauma. It's called trauma.
I get maudlin, and I get like I have all these like I don't want to call them regrets because like regrets are kind of like I should have done this different or that different. I don't really feel that way, but I'm kind of like I wish this had gone differently. I wish that had gone differently. And then I get this like sad feeling. And what's that called? That's called trauma? Yeah, okay.
Well, if it's any consolation, I had to take a Zoloft before you go to the ship. Because, yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap up this special hotel mission. We might make another one, depends on how the night goes.
Oh, my microphone came on. I didn't realize we were connected like that.
Yeah.
I feel this connection with you. You know, it's going to lay down.
We're tethered.
Seriously, y'all, we haven't even broken into the bourbon yet. We're not at all drunk. We're just like coming down off of it. It was a weird day. It was fun, enjoyable. I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, seeing someone who has published a book and how happy they are about it, it's just awesome. It makes me want to write.
Yeah. On that note,
I feel like that was an uplifting thing to say, right?
Yeah, it works.
Did you feel that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you guys feel? All right, on that note, I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And the next time you're looking for something to read,
check yourself.